Hello, Pretend football fans. Maul here with Week 2 in the NJCFFL. Maul's Minutes. Everything you need to know about the week that was in 7 minutes or less. Who started to separate themselves from the rest of the pack? Mikey One Belt and his gravy legs traveled to face off against Coach Dennis and Tinky Winky Stinky Pinkies. The Dirty Digits were led on the day by DK Metcalf with 25.9 points and Brock Bowers 14.3, doubling up Gage Laser's projection. It is possible that Tariq Hill's hands were still handcuffed and he had a terrible matchup. For the legs, Justin moving on up Jefferson led the starters with 23.3 points, and Tony, definitely Italian Pollard, added 12 more. But it all came down to Greg Dortch, and he most definitely did not do it. The bench blues of Sam MVP Darnold sink the stinkers from South Charlottesville. Pinks 91.9, legs 85.95. Hillman Wacky Lock Memorial Coliseum and Funhouse was the scene as Matt Keys and his Keys to Victory played host to the Flat Tails of the Beavers and Coach Greg. Coming off a brutal loss to his brother, after outscoring the vast majority of the league in the loss, Greg and the eager Beavers aimed to put plenty of points on the board, and that they did. 29 from Marvin, the Martian Harrison, J.K. Dobby added 21.6 and 15.4 from Zacharias Charbonnet, all excelled, but was it enough? No chance. The Keys' Alvin Cajun King Kamara was enormous with 45 points. Calvin Ridley also excelled with 24.7 en route to the high score of the week. Keys 135.4 to the Snake Bit Beavers 113.9. The Pickle Boys of the Cumberland Crew welcomed in the Hot Heartbreak during Week 2. A matchup for the ages, the Heartbreak held off a furious come-from-behind rally by our champion, James the Chef Cook, 30 points. James the Terminator Connor, 18.9, and name stock all-star Rashid Shaheed, 20.9, started hot for the Heartbreak, arguably the best manufactured roster in the league this year. But the pesky Pickles would not be sunk in their brine so easily. 18.5 kicker points from Taimi Fairbairn and 23.5 from Nico, the human cocktail Collins, started a rally late on Monday, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Heartbreak 125.8 over the Crew 122.90. Coach Marion and the Georgia O'Keeffe Vagina Flowers took on Coach Andrews Funky Butt Lovin' in an entertaining yet heartbreaking game. The Butt Boys were led by Malik Big Apple Neighbors with 23.7 points. The veteran Devonta Adams added 21.5 and a sprinkling of 14.7 kicker points from Daniel Carson helped offset the crumbling leg of Isaiah Pacheco. A very balanced attack from the Stamens featured 18.4 from the living god Amon-Ra St. Brown, 17.1 from George Taste the Rainbow Kittle, and 16 from Ramondre Stevenson. But the decision to leave in not one but 2 zeros in Raheem Mostert and Christian Watson killed the Flowers to the root, replacing either with Darnell Full Mooney would have turned the tide, but alas, no such luck. Funky Butch 111.95, Vagina Flowers 98.9. The Jets of Get to the Choppa hosted the dominant Tombstones. Coach Eric's Jets once more fell mostly off, washed. Aaron Rodgers scored 16.9, too short of his projection. Garrett, still possibly overrated Wilson, at 8.2, 5 points down. At least breezy Breece Hall came to play with 20.9, ick. The Deadmen cruised with Chris Slot King Godwin leading all scorers with 24.2 points, followed by Compact Disc Lamb with 20. You want more sweet kicker points? How about Brandon Aubrey with 14.8? Tombstones cruise 125.15, Choppas 75.7. The final battle this week also felt more of a pillow fight as the Lakehurst Dirigibles traveled down to Miami to face off against the Uramies. The Blimps were led by Kurt Kiss and Cousins with 21.95 points, while Jackson Smith and Jigba caught 17.7. The Lion duo of Jameer Stayin' Alive Gibbs and Jamo the Jet Williams added a combined 32.6 points. The Uramies were let down big time by their key players. When your highest scorer is on the defensive side of the ball, Joshua Metellus with 11 points, you know it's going to be a rough afternoon. Didn't help that Keenan Allen didn't play but was left in the lineup, and receiver Keon Coleman did play, but probably didn't, as he scored just as many points as I did. Dirigibles 114.05. Your Amis 56.7. Now that's all I have for you today, PSBN fans. Stay tuned to the channel as Syke and I break down the matchup of the 1-0 Cooter Wolves hosting the 0-1 51ers and the powerhouse 1-0 Dropping Loads playing host against the 1-0 Nick Cage. Please take the time to click that like button, subscribe, or leave a comment. We live for your feedback, and it helps us make the best slate of programming for you, our loyal viewers. If you don't, there will invariably be another rash of injuries. Kittens and puppies will be abandoned. Producer Kike will get on the Gooter juice. Just not a good look. I'll be back next week as we cover all things of note in the NJCFFL during Week 3.